Hey broskies, it's Sona. Ever since episode 2 of the Amazing Digital Circus released, I can officially say I'm hooked on this show, and I love every single second of it. If I had to choose my favorite thing about the circus, it's gotta be the visuals and character designs. Pomni supremacy. And today, I'll be gender swapping characters from the Amazing Digital Circus. So grab some popcorn and let's get started. First up, we're doing Pomni. As we all know, Pomni is the main protagonist of the show, suddenly appearing in the digital world as the newest member of the circus. Her avatar is a jester outfit, with her main color scheme being red, blue, yellow, and white. Also short brown hair, and large eyes with a cool pinwheel effect, which can change depending on her emotion. I love everything about Pomni's character design. Like, if you ask me what I think peak character design is, I'm pointing to Pomni. Yep, right there. The bright primary color scheme, her cool wacky jester hat, and her stubby little arms and legs. Pomni supremacy. And don't even get me started on her crazy facial expressions. For her gender swap, I looked into a bunch of different jester outfits, and to my surprise, there were many different types. Her hat is definitely very important to her character design, so of course I kept that and turned it into a 3-tier jester hat, since those are a thing too. Instead of Pomni's usual bob, as a boy I could totally see Pomni having a bowl cut. So I had that in high school. And from what I saw, there actually is a difference sometimes between male and female jesters that I noticed. Those little puffy shorts that Pomni has are mostly seen with female jesters. They aren't exclusively female, of course, but it's common. On the other hand, it's more common for male jesters to wear baggy pants. I turned her arm puffs into long puffed sleeves and is wearing a long dress shirt with a spiked ridge, which is also a common feature in jester outfits, including the same yellow cotton balls that are on her hat, and also this neck ruffle thing. Lastly, instead of Pomni's eyelashes, I put jester makeup. Here is gender swap Pomni, or should I say Pom? I don't know. Name this dude in the comments. Next up is Jax. You either love him or you hate him, or both. On a real note, I love Jax's character. His entire existence is just, yeah, I don't care. Anyways, want to do something illegal? That's his whole vibe. His carefree yet chaotic nature is great and just makes the show way more interesting. And yeah, he's a complete jerk, but hey, that makes everything better. If there was no conflicting characters in his show, it would be a little boring. Side note, some people were actually complaining about him being mean in episode 2, but we already saw in the pilot his entire personality is being a chaotic jerk, so I don't know what people expect. Jax is Jax. His design is a purple bunny with pink overalls and yellow gloves, and a big wide smile with yellow teeth and yellow eyes. He's apparently based off of those stretchy rubber bunny toys, and fun fact, originally Jax was gonna be a girl, so that's cool. At first I wasn't sure how to go about this gender swap since his design is so simple and he's just a bunny. I know some people would just slap a bow tie on there and call it good, but I wanted to make it more creative than that. To start off, I put Jax's bunny ears into a scrunchy hair tie, and they're drooping down to kind of mimic a hairstyle, kinda like Lola Bunny. Down below, I turned Jax's overalls into an overall dress with heart-shaped buttons on the straps, paired with some light pink socks with a few rips. Yeah, Jax would be a stylish girl. I added some blush and eyelashes, and with that, female Jax is done. I made her leaning on Pomni because that's just something Jax would do. Maybe her name should be Jackie or something. Next up, I'll be gender swapping Ragatha. Ragatha is easily my favorite character in the Amazing Digital Circus. She's super sweet, kind, caring, and considerate of others, always putting everyone's feelings before her own. Not to mention, her design is absolutely adorable. Ragatha is a doll with one blue button eye, one regular eye, and red hair made of yarn. She wears a blue dress with many patches on it, hence the name Ragatha, and she has black shoes. Out of everyone, I'd say Ragatha looks the most human and quote-unquote normal. For her gender swap design, I made her hair shorter and sticking up a bit more. It really reminded me of one of those Cabbage Patch Kid dolls from back in the 90s, which is perfect. I made the triangle nose a little bit longer, because I guess that's considered more masculine, at least by anime standards anyway. And I added some freckles to his face, because freckles are always cute and they really fit this design. Originally, Ragatha is wearing a rag dress, and I still wanted to include rags because she's a rag doll. So I turned the dress into a pair of overalls with patches all over it, along with a white colored shirt underneath. I included buttons on the overalls since Ragatha already has a button eye, so it fits with the theme. The overalls are rolled up, cutting off midway, and as you can see on the legs, I included some stitches and rough spots to show, hey, this is a rag doll and it's roughened up a bit. Plus, I feel it just adds more charm to this design. Lastly, I included some white knee socks because why not? Fits well with the color palette. He kind of has this cute farmer boy Cabbage Patch Kid vibe going on, and I love it. Here is gender swap Ragatha, or should I say Rag? Okay, maybe that's a weird name. Okay, I guess you guys can name this one too. Coming up next in this lineup is Gangle. Yes, I'm doing the entire main cast. I usually do 3 drawings, but let's go all out. Anyways, Gangle is an interesting character. She's a comedy and tragedy mask with a swirly red ribbon for a body. Her comedy mask is often broken, revealing her tragedy mask, so she's like always sad. Why can Gangle never be happy? She must be protected at all costs. She's honestly the most relatable character in the show. She loves drawing, she likes anime, she's moody. Well, relatable to me anyway. Comment down below if you relate to Gangle. At first, I struggled with this one because how am I supposed to gender swap a ribbon? How can I make a ribbon with a mask have masculine features? I actually saw that some people have gender swapped Gangle, but just made the ribbon blue? I get it. The pink versus blue gender argument. And hey, I know I'm following gender stereotypes myself. That's literally the point of this video. But I didn't just want to give her a blue ribbon because that would be too easy. So I came up with a better idea. Instead of comedy and tragedy masks, gender swap Gangle now has alpha male and beta male masks. When Gangle's alpha male mask has broken, the lonely, broken beta male is unleashed. This is probably one of the dumbest ideas I've had, but it's also the best idea I've had. Guys, you can't tell me this isn't genius, considering what I'm working with. Okay, I drew Gangle with this overly detailed manly face, expressing agonizing emotional damage over breaking his alpha mask, and a shadow looming over him as he falls to his knees and looks down at who he used to be, now truly feeling like nothing. Okay, that got kind of depressing. I hope you enjoyed my gender swap Gangle. I think I'll call him Sad Man Gangle. Alright, fifth character on the list is Kinger. I consider Kinger to be the goofiest member of the circus, just because he is completely unhinged as we know. He's said to have been in the circus for the longest, hence to why he is going crazier each day. Like, he literally has no idea what's going on 99.9% of the time. Man's head is empty. Kinda like my cat Mocha. His digital avatar is a wooden king chess piece with two big crazy looking blue eyeballs that look like they're gonna fall off of his head at any moment, as well as a long deep royal purple robe with a white fur trim and two floating gloves. Does he actually have a body under there? Maybe we'll never know. Though I don't doubt that there's nothing there considering he has no arms either. Kinger is a very entertaining character, but he isn't the only chess piece to exist in the circus. Queenie has also been seen on one of the doors X'd out, which everyone presumes to be his wife, and at first I was like, you know what, gender swap Kinger would just be Queenie, right? But of course, Kinger deserves his own lady design. He is his own unique self. I turned his king chess piece into the queen chess piece cause that just makes sense, and from what I can see, queens tend to have longer coats than kings, so I gave her a longer purple robe that drags along the floor as she walks, and some decorative lace is revealed underneath. I was gonna give her a poofed out dress, similar to Princess Lou from episode 2, but considering Kinger's tall slim stature is a big part of his design, I didn't want to change that too much. The white fur trim is more fluffy in my version, and I made her gloves longer, which I realized after drawing this is kinda cursed because I don't want to imagine Kinger with arms, but here we are. I gave her some lashes and made her pupils more big and sparkly, and added some blush. I think gender swap Kinger turned out so sweet and cute looking. I love her, and I guess her name would be Queener instead of Queenie. Last but not least is Zubal. Zubal is a very bizarre and interesting looking character that we don't know too much about. Also, since Zubal didn't even go on the adventure in season 2, which made me sad because I wanted to see more about them. From what we have seen, Zubal mostly acts like a moody, angsty teen, basically the grumpy one of the group, but also very chill when not angry. Now, this is the one I was the most clueless about doing because Zubal doesn't actually have a gender. According to the wiki, Zubal is just Zubal. It also goes by any pronouns. Not having a gender to go off of, and this being a gender swap video, I decided to take a different approach. Rather than changing the gender, I changed Zubal's shapes. Zubal is a mix and match toy that likes trying on different parts and experimenting, so really Zubal can look like anything. Gooseworks also mentions that Zubal will look different in each episode. I decided I would take the current shapes we see on Zubal and replace them with opposite shapes and mixing stuff around. For example, since Zubal has a triangular head, I made their heads square. I swapped the placement of their eyes, and to make things a bit more wacky, one of the eyeballs is dangling by a string. By the way, is it just me, or does Zubal's original body look like a round jelly bean? Anyways, I turned it into a more triangular shape. Their left arm is a big zigzag spoon, and the right is a stuffed animal arm. That pink angel wing is now a bat wing, and that round handle accessory on their chest, that looks more like a zipper in mine. I'm not even sure how to explain the way I drew their legs. I guess you could just see for yourself. That stick decoration on top of their head is straight, so I made it more curved. And lastly, instead of their polka dot pattern, it's now a square pattern. I know, it's a lot, but I really had fun drawing this one. Instead of gender swap, would this be called shape swap? Anyways, here is shape swap Zubal. Let me know your thoughts below. Hey broskies, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my amazing Digital Circus gender swap and shape swap redesigns. Tell me your favorite I drew in the comments. Mine is definitely Ragatha, or should I say Rag. Let me know if you want to see a part 2 by leaving a like, and also check out my other Digital Circus videos, because there's definitely some more characters I can do. Okay, bye!